2. The arrogant rose. Initial task. Do you like the spring season? How does everyone feel in this season? In the spring season, the nature becomes very beautiful. The flowers bloom everywhere. Read the story of a rose that insulted the cactus every day and at last was ashamed of his own behavior.
The spring season had arrived. Greenery was spread all over the garden. The flowers were blooming. One day, the rose heard a pine tree appreciating it. What a beautiful flower it is! I wish I were also so beautiful. Mango tree said, Dear pine, do not be so sad. We cannot have everything. The rose turned its head and said, Of course, I am the most beautiful flower in this garden. A sunflower raised its head and said to the rose, Why do you say so? In this garden there are many beautiful flowers. You are only one of them. Red Rose looked at a cactus and said, Look at this ugly plant full of thorns. The pine tree said, Red Rose, do not utter like this. Who can say what beauty is? You have thorns as well. The red rose looked angrily at the pine and said, I thought you had great mindfulness, but as a matter of fact, you do not know what beauty is at all. How can you compare my thorns to that of the cactus? As the day passed, the red rose kept looking at the cactus and gave insulting remarks on it. The cactus never got upset, and it even tried to advise the rose that nothing in this world has been created by the God without a purpose. Spring passed and the weather became very hot. There was no rainfall. In the garden, the life became difficult for the plants and birds as they needed water. One day, the red rose saw some sparrows stuck their beaks into the cactus and then flew away refreshingly. It shocked the red rose, and the red rose asked the pine tree what the sparrows were doing. The pine tree said that the sparrows got water from the cactus. The red rose asked, Does it not cause pain to the cactus when they make holes? Yes, but the cactus does not like to see any bird in pain. The red rose felt very ashamed of its earlier words and behavior. The rose learned a lesson. One cannot judge the quality of anyone by its appearance. So, it does not matter how little a person or thing is, but they all serve some purpose.
Vocabulary. Blooming. To flourish. Appreciating. To praise. Utter. To say something. Thorns. Sharp pointed growth on the stem of a plant. Stuck. To poke on something. Grammatical structure. Types of sentences. For example, 1. The stars are shining brightly. Simple. 2. I am not playing with my sister. Negative. 3. What is your name? Interrogative. 4. What a beautiful girl she is! Exclamatory. 5. Come here. Imperative. A simple sentence always ends with a full stop and having a subject, verb, and complement. A negative sentence includes not after helping verb. An interrogative sentence asks questions and ends with question mark. An exclamatory sentence expresses sudden feeling of surprise, pity, or joy. An imperative sentence has an advice, instruction, or direction and ends with full stop. Identify whether the following sentences are simple, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, and write in the given space. Conversational skills. Work with your partner. Ask him or her the following questions. Take turns to ask and answer. Look at the boy, how fat he is. We should not make fun of anyone. Let's listen. Your teacher will narrate another moral story in the class. Listen to it carefully and find out the moral. Amar was a very lazy boy and always used to postpone things. One day his father called him and made him understand the value of time, that one should always do things on time. Amar promised his father that he would never postpone things. One day he came to know that he had won the first prize in a singing competition that was held the previous month. He was asked to collect the prize the same day. He didn't care and went to collect the prize the next day. But the prize became useless for him, as it was a ticket to a circus show, which was held the previous day. In this way, Amar learned a lesson from this incident.